ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, friends and subscribers and viewers of Kate B channel at Kate B 5170. I'm taking you on a walk to the beautiful park to see the sunset. Live stream from Florida. You just saw me yesterday skating, so I hope you join me today on my walk. It's a beautiful evening, Saturday evening. I already cooked dinner, we ate. It was a good day today. I feel happy. I hope you can hear me. Look, Florida, gorgeous Florida. Welcome to my live stream. I'm gonna show you manicured lawns and our blooms in May. Actually, today is June 1st. It's not May anymore. Whew, we survived the May, the month of May. Don't say the May, okay? The month of May. 19 viewers, welcome, welcome. Kate B here. If you're first time on my channel, I'm in Florida, Central Florida, Orlando area. I'm saying hi to all my viewers. I have 31 viewers. Thank you for stopping by. I'm doing my live stream on Saturday night. It's about 7:45 p.m. in Florida, Eastern New York time. Welcome, welcome to my live stream. So, how was my day today? How was my day today? Like you care. Pretend you care. I had a very good day. I had a very good night's sleep. So on Saturday morning, I get to sleep in. I don't need to go to work. So I had a good sleep. I slept more than 9 hours. And that's a luxury because every day I sleep about 8 hours. Can I get a shout out? Benji! Shout out to Benji! Welcome to my live stream. Gemma B, hey, you're so pretty. Oh, thank you, Gemma. I wish all the people, all the viewers has a real picture of themselves. But I understand people want to be private. Look, this palm tree, the one that is blue, this is so pretty. Look how pretty is that palm tree. It really looks blue color. See? Hi, Sage. Welcome, Sage. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to my live stream. So if you want to know how busy mom can recoup over the weekend, the housework never ends. I had like 3 or 4 baskets of laundry to do. So my tip is to wake up in the morning on Saturday. Who cares, right? So my tip is about to have good night's sleep. Go to bed on Friday night, whatever you do. I was so pumped up from skating last night and doing my live stream. I was in such a good mood. And after physical exercise, you sleep so much better. So if you're my age, you're 40 plus, it's important to have some physical exercises every day. So now I'm going for a walk. Yesterday I was skating. On Thursday I had my Zumba class. On Wednesday I did nothing. Get rid of that accent. Who cares, Megami? Be yourself. Don't tell me what to do. So we're going to watch the sunset. Sunset is a very pretty time of the day. I just love sunsets. When you can wind up, when you can just slow down, relax, get ready for a good night's sleep, and you're finally done with your chores for the day. So Saturday is never easy for the working mom, because Saturday and Sunday, when I keep up with the chores, with the household duties. So I woke up, and Stella, my youngest daughter, she loves her little routine. On Sundays, usually we make waffles. On Saturday morning, my dad usually makes crepes for us. But today he didn't make crepes, so today Stella asked me to make some waffles for her, and we cooked waffles. We love Belgian waffles. So it's always nice to cook with Stella because she's very precise with the measurements. And I teach her, when you have a recipe and you don't want to make the whole batch, you can always cut it in half. I guess you can hear me well. Thank you. 14 people, and I have 2 likes. Thank you for your likes. Me likey that accent. Black Sheep, welcome to my live stream. Welcome to my live stream. Welcome to my live stream. So we made waffles, and you know, like when you wake up rested, it's a whole big deal. So if you're 40 plus, just try to get good night's sleep and you'll feel so much better. You'll have energy to do things. So Saturday I have my morning routines when I try to get some household chores out of the way. So I put my laundry, I clean my kitchen. After cooking waffles, I cooked an omelet with lots of vegetables. Please say hello, Nikki. Hi, Nikki. Hello, Nikki. Welcome to my live stream. Halloween Party 2016. Welcome. Irene Wilson. Please say hello, Nikki. Irene. Hello, Nikki. Welcome to the live stream. So, and where did I stop? So I did my laundry. We cooked some waffles. I had a nice big omelet. So I probably had brunch. It wasn't quite a breakfast because I ate my food around 11. So I cooked nice omelet with lots of veggies. Yeah, in my family we eat lots of veggies. I put peppers, I put mushrooms, I put onions, I put tomatoes. Okay, very healthy breakfast. Then what did I do? Okay, then we had the shoe shelf. It was sitting in a box for about like 9 months. Do you have that in your household when you order something for the house and then you don't have time to put it together? So we ordered this nice shoe shelf because we have a lot of shoes and sometimes it's like no space for them. We don't wear shoes in the house, so as soon as we get in the house we take the shoes off. Drop me a line what country you're from and what is the tradition in your house. Do you wear shoes in your house? Here in the United States, most people wear regular shoes. They walk outside, they wear them in the house. I'm coming from Eastern Europe, Republic of Moldova. When I grew up, the shoes in the house were a big no-no. We wear slippers in the house or we are barefoot. So when you get inside the house, you drop off your shoes at the door. And sometimes it gets very disorganized with all the shoes around. So we had this little shelf that was sitting probably, I would say less than a year, but it was there for a long time, just sitting there by the door in a box. And I told my daughter, Stella, let's put together the shoe shelf. Time has come. You know, sometimes you have to stop and do something meaningful, because life is too busy with schedules. It's a lot of activities every day, and as I said, May was packed with activities. Kids were done with school. Stella was graduating from elementary school. There were activities from gymnastics club, and sometimes it was getting so overwhelming that you don't pay attention. Your house can be a mess, but you have to choose between doing everything or keeping your sanity. And most of the times I choose sanity. So that shelf was there for less than a year. So finally the day has come that we put the shoe shelf together, and it came out really good. Stella was really impressed. So I stand. My other daughter Zoe, she's 15. She can put her furniture together, all her furniture in her room. She could put together IKEA furniture. She could put together some of the recently bought kitchen chairs. So she's really good in putting furniture together. My 10-year-old, she said she doesn't want to put the shoe shelf. So I told her, whatever. But then she asked me where we can go if she will help me. And I told her we can go to the place of her choice. She didn't have practice. My younger daughter, Stella, she's in gymnastics. She's in competitive gymnastics. She just finished level gold, and she's moving on to optionals. So she'll be training in some of level 6 optionals. And whoever knows what gymnastics is about, it's really difficult sport. So this week was no gymnastics after school. They had a break before the summer starts, before the new summer schedule starts. So Stella didn't have gymnastics for the whole week. And you know, all this energy she spends in gymnastics, she missed it. We have like, my living room is covered like with air track and all the equipment, all the mats. So she's been jumping and running on her air track in the house, in the living room, but it wasn't enough. So today she asked me to go to a trampoline place. So she was asking me to go to a trampoline place to jump and to spend good time. And I said, okay, we can go there. So as incentive, I told her that we could go to that place. It's called Planet Obstacle. It's an amazing place. They have rope courses, they have zip line, they have those how you call them, the carts, the electric little I forgot how you call them. So it's like big indoor park, like obstacle courses. They have trampolines. Yesterday we went skating. She loved to be with her friends. And in Florida, it's too hot to be outside right now. So I told her, yes, I'll take you to Planet Obstacle. We love the place. People who own Planet Obstacle, they're retired Cirque du Soleil performers, and they know their stuff. This place is amazing. Like, you have an indoor facility where you have a whole rope course and zip line. It's just amazing. So we put the shoe shelf together and we went to the Planet Obstacle. And guess what? For 2 hours in a row, I just got to relax. I've been filming Stella a little bit, so you watch my shorts with her little tricks, how she jumps on the trampoline, how she jumps in the foam pit. Check out my shorts. They have the rock climbing, so she climbed the rock. Check out my shorts with her climbing the rock wall. She can do it under the minute. She's just so strong, and it's nice to see your kids so strong and able to enjoy physical activity time rather than sitting at the computer, rather than playing, you know, stupid games. Like, she loves the Roblox. She plays a lot of Roblox, but you know, she has that energy that she couldn't spend during her gym classes this week, so she needed to compensate. So she had a great time. So if you haven't watched my shorts, please watch my shorts about me skating, about Stella rock climbing, about her jumps in the pit. It's pretty cool. Like, everything you do now can make memories. You just take out your phone, do your little videos, and it's amazing. It's like you make a movie about your everyday life. It's pretty much how I feel about YouTube. You're making a documentary about your life. And through watching your movie, like through watching your videos, you start appreciating it more. You know, when I do it every day, I take it for granted. It's like, it's always there. Who cares? You do all these things every day and you don't notice them because they become a routine. But when you film, you step back, you watch your videos, and you really appreciate your life. You think, oh my gosh, I do a lot. And we have a lot of everyday activities. It's not only responsibilities every day. We have a lot. Our schedules are packed. Of course, we work full time. We have logistics to bring girls to the gym, pick them up and stuff like that. But I cook, I clean, you know, I make sure my kids eat like decent food. I grocery shop myself. I don't care. I don't trust the delivery, because when it was COVID, we did a lot of deliveries, and I don't like grocery deliveries. I'm very picky about my vegetables and fruits. I make sure I pick what I like. So I do my grocery shopping all by myself. I don't trust anybody to bring me groceries. Can I have free Robux? No, you can't. I don't give out Robux here. I can give you a shout out though. Night Dragon Ford 1. Shout out to you. If you play Roblox, don't play too much. Tommy, welcome Tommy. Welcome to the live stream. So 52 viewers. So as a busy mom, what you do to relax? You find time for yourself. So my trick, you take your kids to the trampoline place, and you don't need to walk with them all the time. Like if your kids are from, I would say, age 8 and up, you don't need to be with them all the time. They can figure out where they want to play. They can find someone to play with. So don't feel bad. If you go to a trampoline place, pay for their fun and just find a nice place where you can sit down and recharge and do whatever you want for an hour. And don't feel guilty that not all your chores in your house are not done. It's okay. The chores gonna be there. Saturday is your weekend too. If you're working mom, Saturday is your weekend too. It's not only about the chores, it's not only about responsibilities. Find an hour to treat yourself. So I found this massage chair, and I rarely use a massage chair. I think I only use it once, because most of the time we would come there, I would run after Stella, make sure she's okay, make sure she doesn't hurt herself. And now I trust her. She's a gymnast. She's very strong. She's that age 10. She doesn't need me every minute. So do the wah, 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 quick. So Stella doesn't need me every minute. And I tell you, if you have kids and they're still young, they're like, let's say they're toddlers, or they're like age up to 7, I want to give you the words of wisdom. It's gonna get easier. They're gonna be independent. They won't need you that much. You're not gonna hold their hands all the time. So just bear, just wait. They say time flies, so by age 7, 8, by age 9, they're gonna be independent. They're gonna enjoy. Olga, welcome. Hi, Kate. Hope so. Yeah. So don't get desperate. At some point, you're gonna miss the time when they want you to hold their hands in public, like to hold their hand in public. They would say, no, mom, I can walk myself. So enjoy it now. Try not to stress. You spend a lot of time. But let's say when they're 9, 10, 11, that's it. That's the age they want to be independent. They can do a lot of things for themselves. Like Stella is not tall enough to take the plates out of the cupboards, out of the cabinets. So she climbs up on the, she literally climbs up on the countertop, and that's how she can take the stuff she needs. So they figure it out, they learn. Even if you're not there every minute, teach them to be independent. You are not your child's slave. Just, yeah, I've been my child's slave for a long time, but finally it feels so good. It's like freeing myself. It's like letting it go. They grow, teach them independency. I come from the culture that they put you on a train when you're 7 and you go on a train by yourself, just, you know, calling when you reach your destination, calling from, like, I went to visit my aunt and I was 7 or 8 and I was traveling on the train between cities, and it was a 3-hour ride. By the time I get there, they didn't have cell phones and I could call my mom until I arrived. So that's how independent they were. And I think I praise my parents for letting me do these things, because here we don't let our children to be independent. We always are concerned about their safety, and we're so focused for them not to get in trouble, not to be, you know, offended, not to be, you know, offended or abused or something, or not to get into, you know, bad situations. And here you can go to jail for neglect if you let your child wander around on the streets by themselves. And we grew up in a different culture, so I'm trying to find the perfect balance between the culture I grew up, between this culture, so I don't break the law and I don't, you know, I don't put my kids in danger. But from the age 9 and 10, give them more responsibilities around the house, and give them a little more freedom to help themselves. And you're gonna see that it's much better. It's gonna get paid after they're adults. They're gonna be more independent. They're gonna know how to do their own laundry. They're gonna know, you know, how to cook basic meals for themselves. So give them a little bit more independency, and don't feel guilty that you're not their slaves. So when we went to the Planet Obstacle, actually we went with my husband, and he brought a computer. What I like about Planet Obstacle, they have good Wi-Fi, they have full bar for parents who want to drink a little bit, they have good food, like reasonably priced. So I love that place. They make everything people to come back. So we bought a summer pass because prices can go up and down. If you think about it, the price for 2 hours is $23 plus tax. So if you come there for an hour, it's about $16. So we bought a pass for the whole summer to come there, unlimited times, for $89. So that was a really good deal. So we bought it because we know Stella loves this place. And when they go there, Karen, Tiffany, hi, are you Karen? Karen, sorry, but love you. Okay, I love you too. Trinity, Karen, yes, I can be a Karen. I can be really mean, and I can be a really unpleasant person. I'm old, and I'm complaining, and I don't like bad service sometimes. So yeah, I can be Karen. Who cares? So trampoline place. So they make everything for people to feel good about having fun for the kids and having fun for the parents. So I found this chair, the massage chair, and it's $5 massage for 15 minutes. It's just the chairs they have in the mall, you know. Have you ever used those chairs? I highly recommend to use those chairs for $5 for 15 minutes. I just sat there. I was able to relax, close my eyes, put my phone away, and it felt so good. People, sometimes we just don't allow ourselves to relax. Sometimes we are so tense, and I'm speaking, you know, you're talking to an anxious person here. You're talking to a whatever, misperfection. You're talking to, you know, to a person who was always, you know, on the toes, you know. I had very high expectations from myself. But finally at 47, I'm slowing down. I'm in an energy surviving mode because, you know, I need to put my kids through college, and I don't want to fall apart while my kids are still in college and not adults yet. So I'm in an energy saving mode. That's why I'm exercising, I'm eating healthy, I'm taking good care of myself. And at this age, when your kids are more independent, you can give yourself a slack. So I sit down in the beautiful massage chair, and I'm enjoying myself for 15 minutes. I let everything go, I relax, I get a massage on my back and everything. And I feel like a better person, you know? I feel like a better person because I'm not snapping at anybody. I'm not a control freak when I'm asking Stella every few minutes if she needs to drink or she needs to go pee or she's too hot or something. You know, when your kids are young, you always stress so much. You always worry about them hurting themselves. You always worry about them not eating good food. You know, you always worry about them not drinking or getting dehydrated. And now, finally, after all these years, I realized, no, kids are really hard, you know. You can't really, what did I want to say? You can't kill the kids, you know. If they're playing, if they're having fun in the trampoline place, just, you know, let them be. Just let it go. Don't walk around every few minutes and, you know, don't be control freak asking them how they're doing. So she's having fun. My husband brought the computer. He's working on his computer. We're spending time as a family. My older daughter, she's visiting her friend in a different state, celebrating her birthday. She's having a lot of fun. So it's just Saturday, and I tell myself every time, if it's a Saturday, take time for yourself. You worked hard all week long. Just put the priorities. If you are rested, everybody around you is going to be happy too, because you're going to have enough good mood, enough good energy to do your chores and be happy and feel like you spend your Saturday not only taking care of things, but you know, just resting too. Do you like Real Madrid? Oh, do you like Real Madrid? Yes, I love soccer. Real Madrid. Okay, of course. I love all European teams. Of course, Real Madrid. Yeah, we call it soccer here, but you call it football. See, Miami Open. That's a souvenir. My husband is a big fan of tennis, so he went to Miami Open a couple of years ago, and he brought me this hat. Look how pretty it's here on the lake. How pretty is that? Florida is such a beautiful state. I love Florida. Okay, уточки плывут. Look at the little duckies. Oh, they are so cute. What a beautiful lake. Especially before the sunset. I'm taking you to watch the sunset at the lake, and it's nice breeze. It's not too hot today. They won Champions League today. Yay! Go Real Madrid! Yay! Are they gonna be in World Championship? They won champions. Yay! Go T! Congratulations if it's your favorite team. Thank you for the news. American soccer sucks. You know, they can't play. Americans are not good in soccer. But it becomes very popular. A lot of American parents realize now that the American football is too dangerous, that kids get a lot of head injuries. So now soccer is more popular because it's safer for kids not to get injuries as bad as they get in the helmets and tackling during the American football. I never understood that sport, American football. So if I have American football fans here, I'm so sorry, but that's my honest opinion. I grew with the soccer in Europe, and everybody loved soccer, and soccer was such a dynamic sport. Soccer was so pleasant to watch. Soccer was always a big deal as a show, and I can rave about soccer all night long. So pardon American football fans. The most I watch of American football is a mid-time show during the Super Bowl, and that's it. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you about today. Have you seen the series? Have you seen the series Sex and the City? So I told you I will tell you my honest opinion, because I'm catching up on that train. I probably had to watch it 20 years ago, and I would be, you know, I would be totally impressed how much of wisdom I missed back in my 20s. So now I'm catching up, and I think I'm on season 4. I'm finishing to watch season 4, and I wanted to talk to you about that because it's really a good movie, you know. And what I noticed that because it was filmed, how long it was filmed? It was filmed 20 years ago. If you watch the last, the last season, which was called, and here, whatever, what is called? The new season, the modern one, the recent one. It's called And Just Like That, or something like that. And Just Like That. I didn't like it that much because it was full of this woke agenda. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It was too much crap in that movie. Too much crap. And we're talking about the ladies, the regional ladies, who are in their 50s, and it's like the new movie, the new season was so much pleasing that stupid liberal agenda that I didn't like it that much. It was too much, knowing that 20 years ago, these ladies could joke freely about anything and everything. Nothing was offensive. Nothing was censored, you know. People were not that sensitive. People were not snowflakes, like being offended with every little thing. This is bullcrap, you know. You live in the best country in the world, United States, and you don't know and you don't appreciate how the rest of the world lives. And even though you live in this free country, even though you enjoy the privileges that this country provides for you, you freaking complain every time that people say a wrong word, people call you a wrong name, or people make a joke about you. I don't get it, people. I don't get it. Why we need to be so sensitive to every little thing? Why we need to put in every little movie, in every little news, why we need to put so much liberal agenda, you know? Why we need to freaking emphasize to be nice and not offend somebody. Even now I'm talking on YouTube, and you know, I have to think about not offending somebody. Who cares? You know, it's my channel. I'm exercising my freedom of speech. If you don't want to pay me because I'm offending someone, come on, don't pay me. I don't live off this money from YouTube. This is my channel. I want to be myself. And I don't like the idea that my kids will be so sensible, so sensitive to every freaking thing, you know. I don't want them to say, oh, mom, you know, they don't look at me right, or they don't talk to me right, you know. There should be common sense. So what I like about Sex and the City, watching like the movie that was filmed 20 years ago, that these four ladies, they can talk any topic freely. They can laugh, they can argue, they can have their own opinions, but they're still friends. They can offend each other, they can, you know, give dirty jokes about each other, but they're still friends. They can argue, they can make up, but they're still friends. And that's what I like about this movie, because, you know, when I grew up, and you have friends and you have women friends, we always competed, you know, we always competed for something. Who is more pretty, who is more, you know, like have nicer clothes. We were so poor, you know, and our country was so poor back in the day that it always was something. It always was something that women had to compete because they wanted to, you know, get married, or they wanted to date good men, or they want to be successful, or they want to have better clothes, or they want to have more money or something. We always competed. And these ladies I see in the movie, you know, they're true friends. There are four of them. And they're so different, you know. And of course this, you know, of course it's a comedy. It's not a real, it must be not all the time the real life experience what they show there in the movie. But I love the idea that being so different, they're not competing. They have their own lives, they share, and they openly speak up in front of each other. Nowadays, forget it. You can't say what you think in front of your friends. You can't. Because, you know, you don't agree in politics, you don't agree in religion, and you don't speak about that. You don't agree on, you know, like whatever, sex education. You don't agree on something, you can't freely speak to your friends. I have friends I love, and it's only few people I can speak freely with. But the friends I have, like I made here in the United States, forget it. Sometimes I need to shut up, you know, and not to tell you the truth. And when I see this movie, and again, I'm seeing it when I'm 40 plus, right? So I miss that. I wish I've seen it back then. Maybe I wouldn't understand much back then. Maybe I would think, oh, this movie all about emancipation, all about feminism, like how women are independent and how they're having sex like all the time. I wouldn't understand it 20 years ago. So I'm probably good that I'm watching it now, when I lived in this country enough to understand what is the true freedom is about. And I love seeing these women speaking freely. I love them arguing. I love them being vulnerable. I love them not being afraid of somebody else's opinion. You know, we didn't have that when I grew up. We were so complex, you know. Our parents put so much pressure on us to be like uniformed, to be decent, to be like with high morals, not to have sex until you're married, and this bullshit. Can you say hi to me? Yeah. Stati Subin Bennett. Hi to you. Welcome. So, you know, I'm just watching this movie and I'm enjoying this lady's freedom, this lady's, you know, like circle and friendship, how they help each other, how they're not afraid to be vulnerable, how they can tell each other their secrets without fear to be judged. And you know, it's hard to find friends like that these days. You only have like few of your friends you can really confine like with your secrets, and you feel comfortable to share your stuff, you know. Like in general, you don't have a circle of people where you can freely speak about your political views or your religious views. Nope. Because everybody is offended these days. Everybody is so freaking pussy these days, you know. I hate that. So seeing Samantha, who is that? Charlotte, Samantha, Carrie, and who else? Miranda. Seeing them in this old movie, in the original series, it's the best. It gives me, oh my gosh, I laugh every day. I watch this, you know, couple of episodes every day before I go to bed, and that boosts my mood, you know. I'm so happy to watch that, and it takes, you know, it takes away all the troubles. And I'm thinking, life was so a little bit easier back in the day, you know. We were not zombied with all this, you know, new generation of snowflakes that get offended with every little thing, you know. Yeah, again, I'm mad at the new generation of snowflakes. Here you go. Here is the Karen, old lady who's complaining about lazy butts who want to be on YouTube, make money, or play video games and do nothing meaningful. Don't want to work hard. Don't want to put an effort, don't want to get good education. Everybody thinks they can just make money sitting at the freaking computer, you know, playing video games. Nope. Nope. You're not gonna get far if you don't get formal education, if you don't have a decent profession, not the bullshit they're telling you. You have to find something you like to do. Forget it. You have to find a profession that can feed you and feed your family and can support you financially. Forget about your passion or your hobby. You know, if you're making pottery, if you freaking love to make pottery, you're not gonna make decent money to pay for the freaking, you know, apartment here. You know how things are expensive now? Teach your kids to get a decent profession. You know, they can't be just freelance artists. You know, how many artists you know that make it to Disney, that make it to the salary of 100K plus? How many artists you know to make it? You know, most of the artists, they have to sit on the streets and sell their art, thinking they're like big talents. So at the end of the day, we're not that special. That's my philosophy. At the end of the day, they teach you here, oh, you're so special, you're so talented. But look at the generation of snowflakes. Lazy butts. Irresponsible, lazy butts. Everything is easy for them, you know. Everything is easy for them. Nobody washes dishes by hand. Nobody cooks decent food because they order DoorDash, you know. Everything is so easy for them. Hello, Merhaba, welcome, Petersburg. Hi from Petersburg, welcome, nice to see you. Turkey, Istanbul. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. I have 15 viewers. I don't know why I get so ticked and why I get so mad. Just because, you know, I think life is hard to begin with. Life is hard everywhere. And, you know, we are privileged to live in the United States. And I still believe United States is the best country in the world. The most opportunities people can get here if they're willing to work hard, if they're willing to put all the efforts to live the American dreams. If they think they just come here and, you know, the money will grow on the trees, that's not the case. Everything in life you have to earn. So I talked to you about Sex and the City and why I love that movie and why I love watching the original series. Really, really good movie. I'm having a blast watching it. So another thing I wanted to talk to you about today is the theory of compensations. Do you believe in the theory of compensations? And I'm not talking about like I came up with the theory on my own, reading like other books about how your brain works, how to adapt the habits to make your brain happy and blah blah blah. I read a lot of literature how to deal with difficult situations, how to, you know, how to have good quality of life no matter what. Love, love, love you. Vacy, love you too. Thank you. I can't watch your face. Okay, don't watch my face. You can watch something else. Swipe. You can go to another live stream. So today I'm talking about the theory of compensations. So yesterday I told you, do you believe in happiness as a journey? Do you believe, oh, look at that, look at that. That's a snake, water snake. OMG, I wanted to show you a water snake. It's so disgusting. I don't like water snakes. I hope I don't see the alligator, but I just saw a water snake. It's so disgusting. Hi from Texas. Welcome, Irene. Hi from Florida. Big rocks, big no. Okay. Русская девушка. Кисложопер. Yes. Не русская, молдавская. Молдавская. Молдаванка. Good, good, super. Welcome. Окей, смотрите, какой красивый закат. Вот я на закате стою тут, балдею. Что я хотела вам сказать? What I wanted to tell you today. Yesterday I told you that I felt happy. I felt happy to go skate, do something like little physical activity, to get out of the house, to end the work week and stuff like that. I was really, really happy. I could skate, I didn't fall. Thanks God I didn't fall, because if you fall, you can hurt yourself. На румынку не похоже вроде. Молдаванка. But thank you. Спасибо за комплимент. Во мне много крови. У меня русский папа и мама молдаванка в смесь с украинкой. С поляками. У меня много крови. У меня есть даже цыганская кровь. Так что и румыны там тоже есть. Спасибо. Do Russian girls date black men back home, or is not culturally appropriate? Nowadays, everything appropriate. Nowadays, it's fun, you know. Nowadays, finally, you can be free. Back in the Soviet Union, they put a stigma on you or something. They tell you not to date people outside of your culture or different color. But nowadays, I think it's like a lot of freedom. People are more educated. People are more, you know, doing their own thing. Of course, Russian girls love black men. Why not? You know, everything is culturally appropriate now. Who cares? Like, I think people decide for themselves nowadays, you know. Maybe it's not culturally appropriate in the small villages where people still are very reserved and whatever. But I think the more the young people, the youth, they're exposed to the world now. They're exposed through the internet. They're exposed to traveling. They're open-minded. It doesn't matter. Anybody can date any color people and marry. We have a lot of Russian girls going to Korea and marrying Korean guys. And I watched a lot of vloggers, beautiful girls meeting Korean man and living happily ever after, having kids, having good life. It doesn't matter. Love doesn't have borders. Love doesn't have, you know, conditions. People are in love, who cares? But anyways, today I'm sharing with you my theory of compensation, and I didn't read it in the book. Maybe there is a book, maybe you recognize that you've heard about the theory somewhere before, or maybe you recognize, like, or maybe you share my thoughts and views too. Just drop me a line what you think. Do you believe in the theory of compensations? So for example, I'm from a poor country. I'm from a poor country. So my childhood wasn't that, you know, wasn't very nice. But I had very happy family because I had both my parents, my dad and my mom. Have many years you live in there? Кисложопер. You're trying to ask me how many years? I've been living in the United States for 17 and a half years, and maybe even more, 18 years in June. I came in 2006, so it's going to be 18 years I've been living here in the United States, in the state of Florida. So I lived up to 30 years old. I lived in Moldova, and when I came here, of course, I came for the better life. So I settled, I had family, I have kids, and I feel like most of my adult life I lived in the United States. So even if I struggled being a teenager, even if I struggled like being poor, you know, I struggled because my apartment wasn't nice enough. I struggled because my parents didn't have enough money to buy me nice clothes, you know. I struggled because sometimes I wanted meat and my mom would say the meat is very expensive, we can't afford the meat, so you have to eat vegetables and whatever, grains and bread and stuff like that. It wasn't like we were hungry all the time. It's just we couldn't choose the food we eat. So for me, food is good food, healthy food. And for me, the choice of choosing healthy food over not so healthy food, it's a luxury. It's a sign of the choice of food, and choosing healthy food, choosing you know, good food is more as a, you know, it's a luxury, it's a privilege to be able to. So I believe in the theory of compensation. If I didn't have enough that in my childhood, I can compensate now when I'm settled, when I'm an adult, when I decide what to cook, what to eat, and when me and my husband can afford this lifestyle, when me and my husband can afford buy a healthy food. So that's my theory of compensation. So if something happening to you right now, I want you to focus that it's all gonna pass, and in some way you're gonna get a compensation later in some other sphere of life, you know. Keep that hope. This hope will motivate you to grow, to do something, to put an effort, to move out of the bad circumstances. So another example of the theory of compensation. А как ты относишься к тому, что Румыния хочет схватить Молдову? Хороший вопрос. Поскольку я там не живу, мне так наплевать. У меня там уже нет никакой недвижимости, у меня там уже нет никаких, как сказать, у меня там тетенька старая осталась и могила моей мамы, так что это лучше, чтобы они были в Европейском Союзе, но не в Румынии. Вот, я считаю, что для них это будет лучше быть просто в Европейском Союзе, чем с другой стороны. Так что Молдова, она, к сожалению, как прокладка между Европой и как сказать, и другой империалистической страной. Так что я плохо отношусь к тому, чтобы Молдова была частью Румынии. Я хочу Молдову, чтобы была независимая маленькая страна, и чтобы она умела договориться, и чтобы она была частью Европейского Союза. Все, больше не буду по-русски говорить. I've known wonderful, hard-working gymnastics coaches from all over the former Soviet Union. Some from Russia, Uzbekistan, Ukraine, Belarus. They gave up so much at first, but are great now. Yes, Irene, I agree with you. I agree with you. And I appreciate people who could share their talents outside of their countries too. Because when we grew up, those people were called traitors. People, the great gymnastic coaches that were good, that were raising the champions, the Olympic champions. They tried to make Soviet Union the best in every sport. These people at some point were underpaid. Those people were underappreciated by the system. Those people were, you know, were kicked out after they reach, you know, after they reach a certain point in their career. You know, those people, they had talents, and they probably at the end of their careers they felt used because the government couldn't provide for them decent living. So those people who immigrated to other countries and could share their talents with the sports kids, like in sports, with other countries and make a career, make a successful living somewhere else, I admire those people. And when we go to gymnastics competition here in the United States, we can recognize Russian coaches from you know, every little gym. We could recognize those coaches. They pick the music, you know, they pick the music that, you know, we would recognize. They talk to their gymnasts in a way that we would recognize that they are from a different Soviet culture. So, and I don't say it's bad or good. Кисложопер, какой у вас странный ник? Whatever. Как вас зовут по-настоящему? Уже скажите мне свое имя. Не буду вас называть кисложопер. Tell me your real name. Irene, the coaches from the USSR have helped out American and Canadian gymnasts so much. Irene, I totally agree with you, and nothing wrong with that. You know, it was called brain drain back in the day when specialists and when people, professors or smart people or coaches were leaving the Soviet Union. And you know, they called it brain drain. And you know, people deserved to look for something better. People deserve to get paid better, and that's why I didn't understand it back then. Nobody would tell us things like they are now. Nobody would be open. In Soviet Union, you were zombied, and that was that communist propaganda that they tell you, oh, brain drain is bad. But it's not bad, because I'm happy for those individuals. У тебя акцент жесткий. Какой жесткий? В русском или в английском? That's okay. I don't care about my accent. I don't care at all. I'm very happy with anything. Hello? Hello? Justine? Welcome, welcome. Justine Dwayne Vaughn. Bestie, what you want to slay? What you want to slay? What you want to say? Whatever. Soviet accent. That's okay. That's fine too. So, but it makes me unique. Some people think I'm from Brazil because I have that accent. So not everybody can say I'm really Russian. Some people think I'm from Brazil and they love my accent. They think that it's sexy. When I get compliments, I feel great. So you can bully my accent all you want. That's fine. So what I'm trying to say, that I'm happy for those individuals that were able to come here and share their talents with the local, you know, like with the local culture, like can grow champions here or in Canada. Even in figure skating, people fled, you know, like coaches fled to Canada and America. Even, you know, in any sport, I'm sure in any sport you can find Soviet school coaches, and nothing wrong with that, because those people felt underappreciated, and when you feel underappreciated, you find new opportunities. That's why people play in their interests. Sometimes you don't have to play only by the interest of your government. You have to play by the interest of your family. You have to find, you know, better life for yourself, because government, you can't rely on the government to provide you anything, you know. You just have to know that you have skills, talents, and work ethic to provide for yourself. And if you find opportunity in the other country, I don't see anything wrong with that. Even Americans go to work in Korea, even Americans go to work in other countries, and nothing wrong with that. If they can apply their talent somewhere else, and they can get decent incomes from their from their work, people are free to travel. People are free to be and live any country they want to. Can you say hi, Mary? I'm a big fan. Hi, Mary, welcome. Your favorite brunette. Кисложопер. Как будет мой ник по-американски? Tell me about that. Кисложопер. Sauerbat. Irene. Thank you for the heart. Кисложопер. You're such a sauerbat. Don't be sour. Be happy. So, okay, so enough about gymnastic coaches. Thank you for this topic. Смотрите, какая красивая. Oh, that's such a beautiful bird. Look at this bird. Oh my goodness, what is she doing? Such a pretty bird. Okay. What is she doing? Why she's not flying? She's just sitting there. А как будет мой ник? Так, я тебе уже ответила. Кисложопер Sauerbat. Goose. Okay. I don't know if it's a goose. Нет, это не утка. Нет, это не гусь. Что-то другое. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you, I believe in the theory of compensation. Like, life is hard. It's a crane, I think. Beautiful crane. Yeah, we have a lot of cranes in Florida. Beautiful. Look how, I don't know, maybe he's hurt. He cannot fly or something. Poor little guy. It's already dark. See what a beautiful park it is with all this beautiful lighting after the sunset. But anyways, I have 10 viewers. Thank you for sticking with me. It's very important for me to have viewers. You know, I don't make money off YouTube, but I have a platform where I can be myself, where I can speak freely, I can share my thoughts, and I can, I can spend this energy that I have a lot of extra energy. Сушит крылья? Да, точно. Maybe he was wet. Maybe he'll take off. Смотрите, какие здесь красивые стульчики. Все для людей. Everything for people, Like, how nice it is. Like, look. Nobody steals these chairs. Like, imagine, back in the day where I lived from, people would steal everything and bring to their yard, because nothing can be bought in the store, so people will steal from public places. They will freaking steal the stuff from the park, from the kids. Reds бегают по улице. Okay, where are you from? Sauerbat, where are you from? Кисложопер. Смотрите, вот такие стульчики. You wanna sit, you wanna turn around and sit any direction you want. So you can turn around this beautiful chair. I don't know, it's like pretty big. And you can sit down here and you can just, enjoy the sunset. And if you have long legs, you can just even do that. I am from Naples. Oh, you're from Naples. Nice. I love Naples. I've never been to Naples, but I like Gulf of Mexico a lot. I enjoy Gulf of Mexico beaches. The furthest I was Fort Myers, but I've never been to Naples. Nice to meet you, Кисложопер. Welcome to my channel. Okay. I'm glad you have Russian keyboard to write in English. It's interesting. It's always like the other way. It's like people trying to write in Russian using the Latin alphabet, but you are very unique because you are writing in English, but you're writing with Cyrillic alphabet. I've never seen anything like that. So you're a very unique viewer. Это в Южной Италии. You're from Naples. How stupid am I? В Южной Италии. Oh, that's too funny. Okay. See, Americans, I'm becoming a stupid American because, Naples, we have Naples here in South Florida, is south of Tampa. like probably 4 hours or 5 hours away from Orlando. And I'm thinking he's from Naples, but Naples, it's an Italian famous city. Oh, lucky you. I wish I go to real Naples in Italy. Hello, Kate. Manolive, welcome to my channel. Welcome. Hello. Good evening, Manolive. Okay. Is this guy finishing drying his wings? I'm wondering if he's gonna take off. Interesting. What he's doing. Is he gonna fly? Am I gonna scare him? Hey, little guy. What are you doing? You drying your wings? You're so cute. You're so pretty. Okay. So what I was talking about, the theory of compensation. So I used to be a big perfectionist. I thought that everything in my life should be 99% good. But life is really difficult, you know. Right? Life is not a walk in the park. Wow, nice, beautiful. Yeah, this is a beautiful bird. I guess it's a crane, very famous crane. So cute. I'm at the lake. But you know, life beat me up. You know, life beat me up because sometimes, you know, things go not to your high expectations, and you get a lot of disappointments. And when you're a perfectionist like me, and you put a lot of pressure on yourself to do everything by your high standards and your high expectations, and at some point you burn out. You have a lot of anxiety, you become a control freak, you have all the psychological breakdowns, your emotions are through the roof, you become mean, you snap. People don't like to be around you because, you know, who wants a perfectionist, who wants a control freak around you? So you get wiser with age, and again, you get wiser because something like an event or a series of events or something puts you in your place. So for me, it was COVID. When the COVID hit, I really liked the time to get grounded, to slow down, to think about, to reconcile, to think about your attitudes, to think about spending energy just worrying or being anxious. And I love 2020. It was a year of living consciously. It was the year of you know, it was the year to understand what you want and how you really, what are important values in life, how you really need to be to preserve the energy rather than spending the energy on worrying and being anxious and trying to control every little thing in life. Тебе не кажется, что в Америке будет скоро перестройка? Трамп, а Трамп это Горбачев. Да, я не разбираюсь в политике, слушайте. Jesus, I love these colors. Yeah, it's so beautiful, I know. This lake is gorgeous. They built this park a couple of years ago. I think during the COVID, they built this little park, and it's so close to my house, and I find peace. It's a place for me to have peace and to have peace and just to relax and just to walk around, do my steps in, watch the sunsets. Look at the beautiful church there. Look, that's our downtown. That's our little downtown of our little town. But anyways, I don't care, you know. I don't care who's going to be the president. Nothing is going to change for me. I'm going to work. I'm going to go to work. My kid's going to go to school. I'm going to continue to pay taxes. I'm going to continue to be, you know, responsible citizen. I'm going to pay my mortgage. Nothing is going to change, you know, in my life because I'm a responsible adult and I pay my taxes and I pay my dues. And I don't expect the government to give me anything, you know. Этот макарони-вирус, это был мировой фейк. Kate, I'm Italian. Here at 2:45. I don't sleep. Oh, okay. You don't sleep? Okay. If you don't sleep, welcome to my live stream. We're in Florida. It's about 8 o'clock. After 8, I guess. Just after the sunset. Oh, it's probably 9 already. The sunset is usually 8:20. I agree. As a former hardcore perfectionist, to let go, to even relax like you are. I was on a walk myself just now. I will keep listening while making dinner. Yes, Man alive. Thank you, Irene. I really appreciate your comment. So, you know, people said, I meant to say it's hard to let go. Yes. А муж твой за баранкой дальнобой? О, нет, мой муж... нет, за компьютером, не за баранкой. У него работа мозгами. Не за баранкой. Слава богу, опасный труд дальнобойщика. Тяжелый очень. Не, почему за баранкой? Почему сразу за баранкой? Мой муж белый воротничок, и я очень горжусь этим. Thank you. There was a question if my husband is a truck driver, and it's funny. I appreciate this question because because a lot of Russian, you know, and like Eastern European immigrants here, they can find decent job in the trucking business, decent incomes, and they can provide for their families. And a lot of some of my friends I know who are stay-at-home moms or who are working moms, their husbands are truck drivers. Nothing wrong with that. It's just a really hard, difficult profession, and it's very dangerous. And I really appreciate truck drivers because it's really, really hard business. But my husband got education in the United States. He's also from Moldova. He got a very good education at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. He got his education, and he's an accountant. Yes, so he works with his brain most of the time. Ой, как красиво. Улетела птица? Нет, сидит еще. Look at this bird. It's still here. Anyway, so the theory of compensation. So some people said that it was a really chaotic year. And I can imagine that if people had like different conditions, they were afraid of COVID, even if it was fake or whatever. But people were really concerned because businesses were closing, people lost their incomes. And I know it was very, very chaotic year. But for me, mentally, it was a great year because I could slow down. I could, you know, reevaluate what I'm doing in life. I can focus on my health a little better. I could focus on my family, being with my loved ones, just stop by, spending like quality time with them. You know, cooking my food, you know, letting myself go sometimes, you know, staying in pajamas all day and taking it easy. I don't think I had less discipline. I just slowed down. That's the year when I was truly slowing down from putting a lot of pressure on myself, from being perfect. I put myself in the mode of survival that year, and it helped me to reevaluate my attitudes, you know, to reevaluate my reactions, to tell myself that all these little worries I worried about were nothing compared to what can happen, you know, if you lose your health. So I really stopped down and I started to live every day meaningfully. I started to notice the nature. I started to walk a lot. I started to slow myself down. I wasn't worried as much. I knew it's gonna go away. So, and this is the theory of compensation. Бери гуся под мышку и домой. No, I don't think so. I can touch the wildlife here. It's not like people are hunting without license. I can't really kill this beautiful, precious bird for my dinner. Nope, I'm not gonna do that. So my viewer, he suggests that I kill the bird and bring it home. Kate, you know, sometimes I wake up. There are so many bad thoughts, anxiety, and I can't sleep anymore. Yes, that's how I was. And you know, that's why you have to kind of, I won't tell you like cheat your brain. You have to kind of like find a way to deal with your anxieties. And you know, if you see me cleaning the kitchen third time and on the same evening, you know I'm anxious. But after I clean my kitchen for 3 times, my anxiety goes away. Like, I find the ways that help me to relax. I listen to this beautiful pen music. Just put in YouTube, put pen music by Malt. I can't say his last name, but this music is so healing, you know. Even at work, when I need to focus on a task and just not to get distracted, I put that music on the background, and I can do my work much more efficiently and without distracting myself, focusing. And that music helps me heal. It touches something in my heart that makes me relaxed and makes me, you know, just chilled, you know, just slow, just without this panic that something is not done or something not going according to plan. So I started to make up all these theories for myself, the theories of compensation. And for example, I told you before, do you live in USA for many time? Yes, I've been in the USA for 18 years, from 2006. Вон НЛО летит. Да нет, никакого НЛО. Юфа, вы что, выпили? Кисложопер. Какое НЛО? Никакого НЛО. Вот птица еще с нами. He likes me. Silly. Why kill the bird? That's just mean. Maybe keep it as a pet. I'm just kidding. Also, yes, I'm about to clean and bathe my dog for the second time today. Anxiety is problematic for me. Okay, but you just walked, so that helped you too, you know, walk. Pump up your heart. Just turn on the music and dance, you know, you can dance, you know, or you can sing. You can sing. If you can't sing, just sing something. You know, when I was very scared to ski, my friend, my classmate from elementary school, she lives in Israel, and when she was a kid, she skied a lot, and I remember those pictures. And I put on Facebook that I'm skiing, and I have this huge anxiety to, you know, to remember how to ski, and I think I'll never learn to ski good. And she told me, just sing your favorite song loudly, and it's gonna put you to a good mood, and you're gonna enjoy skiing. And you know, I cannot sing. I sing really bad. But you know, who cares on the slope? Nobody can hear you. I started to sing my favorite song, and that helped a lot. My anxiety just, you know, disappeared, dissolved. Довси ragazza italiana. Чита. Это вопрос итальянки. О, ragazza. Довси ragazza. Дови. Say ragazza. Ragazza is a girl, I know. Ragazza. Ragazza is a girl, ragazzo is a boy. And I only know few bad words in Italian. I know the word vaffanculo, and I know the word cazzo, and okay, I'll probably don't need to say it. YouTube is something beautiful. I get to know you, your story, your life, and we can even be good friends from a distance. Yeah, Monolive. Yeah, why not? Italy is a beautiful country. Every country is very beautiful and unique. It's any place you live, you have to focus on how you feel every day and what you can notice every day. So the happiness is little moments you can notice through the days. The happiness is the moments that make you, you know, fulfilled, relaxed, at ease. So those I call the moments of happiness. And I'm sure every day you can stop by and appreciate something, like how your kids smile, if everybody is healthy, if everybody is present. So presence is a gift. And we have to count our blessings when our loved ones are present in our life, you know. You don't want any other gifts from your loved ones, just to be present in your life, just to be around and doing okay. Sometimes we're focused on the material things just because we have a lot these days, and our wants are like very unreasonable. You know, we want more. How many pairs of shoes you want? How many pieces of clothes you need? But we want them, you know, because it's all in our face. It's all, you know, we are bombarded with this, you know, consumerism and stuff. So, but sometimes life is not about that. Life is how you feel every day, how you feel around your loved ones, how you feel around, you know, people you work with, where you are emotionally, where you are physically, how you take care of yourself. That's what life is about. It how much longer you can be present in your kids' life. That's what are real values, you know. Like, I always think to myself, my mom never saw me walking down the aisle. My mom never saw my kids. My mom never saw my husband. My mom never saw me successful in life, happy, adult, independent, you know, loving, good mom, good, you know, wife. But, you know, I have my dad who lives with me, who helps with me, who I can talk every day. And, you know, I still believe it's a theory of compensation. I have a good dad that takes care of my girls better than 80% of grandparents in this country, you know. So what I can wish for, I wish for my dad to be there longer for my kids. I appreciate this country because this country gives my dad the best medical care possible to make his life longer and have the quality of his old and, you know, like maybe later years in life more, you know, pleasant. So I believe in theory of compensations because my mom didn't get good medical care where we live. My mom passed away when she was 59. But my dad here right next to me. And how many dads you know that can take care of your kids? How many grandpas? How many grandpas you know who are really involved in the life of your children? Like, how many you know? But I'm so lucky and I'm so fortunate. So that's my theory of compensations. I don't have my mom, but my dad is 10 times more for me than he would ever be when I was growing up. He's 10 times more for me now that he's present here, that he's healthy enough and he's in this country enjoying life with his family, not being a widower, not being a forgotten old person who would die alone, you know, somewhere where we can't be, you know, close and we can't really help him. So that's that theory of compensations that helps me get up every day. I know if something like doesn't work very well in one place, it's going to get compensated in the other place. So I had a bad day at work. It doesn't mean that I had a bad evening. I might come home to a nice surprise, to flowers from my husband. I might come home and cook a very good food for my family. I might come home to a nice text message from my friend saying she loves me. So even if it's a bad day at work, it's gonna compensate somehow. Just have this faith before you go to bed. If you had a bad day, just have that faith that in the morning, if you're rested, things can look a little better. And believing in the theory of compensation, the next day might bring you some other moments to compensate for the rough day. And that's how I teach my kids. It can't be 100% good all the time. Life is difficult. Life is full of responsibilities. Life is full of rules. If you behave by those rules, you get good things in life. But sometimes, you know, unfortunate event happens, like death happens, you know, diseases happens, you know, conditions happen. So you have to be prepared for everything. You can't just take for granted every day. You can't take for granted every good thing that happens to you within a day. So that's why I tell my kids, you had a rough day, just go to sleep, you know, get your energy levels back up, eat good food, have a good night's sleep, cry it out, and just hope that it's going to compensate in some way the next day or the next week or the next month. I always, you know, I tell my kids not to be whiners. You know, if you cry all the time and you're helpless, nobody gonna come and rescue you every little moment. It's all, you have to learn your own mechanisms to cope. And you know, like now people know so much. The knowledge is right there. У вас 10 o'clock. What time is it for you, Natalie? I think it's like 9:30. You speak English so well. Congratulations. I am very basic, and unfortunately I never have time to study it because I'm no longer young. Okay. Well, can you sleep? You can speak English. That's fine. But can you speak Italian if you live in Italy? I cannot speak Italian. We're not gonna know everything. So we have to praise ourselves for the talents we have. So I teach my kids not to be 9:03. Yeah, it's probably 9:03, Natalie. Thank you. Natalie Rose. Yeah. I'm on New York Eastern Time. So what I teach my kids, like, they have to find coping mechanism. Like, my mom never had those talks with me, you know. My mom, she was a very loving person because I was the youngest in the family, but she had a lot of expectations and demands, you know. If we don't meet her expectations, she got upset with me or with my sisters. And, you know, we always try to walk on our toes to make her happy. And I try not to be that for my kids because I want to be a mom. I want to have authority up until a certain moment, but I want them to learn to be independent and find their own mechanism to cope with the failures, to cope with the disappointments. As I say, you know, you can't. I was the person who had high expectations, you know, and if you have too high of the expectations, your disappointments are way harder. So just, you know, I tell my kids, I'd rather be you sane and happy and be a little bit above the average. I don't want them to be genius. I don't expect them to be genius, you know. I don't want them to be so special to win the Guinness World Record, or I don't want them to get a Nobel Prize. I just want them to be above average, to get decent jobs, to get decent education, to be making decent money to provide for themselves. If they decide to have family, I want them to have decent partners, to have healthy families, to provide for their kids if they chose to be kids. But I don't expect my kids to be genius. I don't expect my kids to be, you know, famous or something. I just want them to be sane. I just want them to be mentally healthy. I just want them to be stable. I don't want them to have addictions or be depressed or having too much pressure from life to, you know, to not being able to cope with that pressure. So I always tell them, you have to choose the bulletproof profession. You have to choose something that you're going to be independent and you can provide for yourselves. And I don't want to be there being old. I don't want to be there to keep them out of trouble. I don't want to be there in my old, you know, days being worried about them and constantly trying to solve their problems. I want them to learn to solve their problems by themselves. Like, I don't expect my dad solving my problems. You know, I expect my dad to help me, like he helps me all these years, 11 years. He helped me to raise my daughters. He helped me with my little one when I had to go back to work. And I'm so grateful for him for doing that. But I don't expect him to hold my hand every time I have a meltdown, you know. I don't expect him to give me money. I don't expect him to, you know, help me, again, financially. He's helping me enough. So, and I think if you make it clear to your kids that, you know, at some point you work hard to raise them up until they're done with school by 23, 25, you have expectations for them to be on their feet, to become independent and healthy adults, right? If they choose the wrong path, you're going to be there for them just to keep them safe. But you can't really, you know, be there when they're 45 or 50, they're screwed up, they have, you know, bad habits, or they're lazy butts, or they're sucking out of the system, or they're sucking out of you. You know, it's very sad and pathetic. It's my most fear in life, to have kids who's gonna depend on me after being adults, you know. That's a great fear for me, to have kids that can make it in life as independent adults. So I always tell my husband that we invest in them now. We explain to them how privileged of a life they live now. And, you know, when they're 25, they need to pay their dues. You told me nothing. Messi channel. Okay. I love soccer. Nice to see you, Kate. Okay, many life. Okay, I've been talking for about 1 hour and 24 minutes. I think I'm getting tired. I'm heading home. It's dark. You can't see nothing. I'm walking in the neighborhood. Thank you for being with me. So today again, you can leave me a comment if you ever watched Sex and the City series, if you liked the movie, and you can tell me about your, you know, life philosophy. You can tell me about, do you trust your friends? Can you talk to your friends about politics and express your views freely? And how it is where you live? Can people talk sincerely without hurting anybody's feelings? Like those topics, they kind of very interesting for me, because I opened my channel to be true to myself. But even though sometimes if I talk about something that really makes me, you know, upset, I'm afraid that, you know, I'm afraid that the YouTube gonna block my channel or something. So how far we can go in our freedom of speech without those reservations, without those regrets? Should we still have filters when we're talking to public, or should we talk freely about politics and religious views? So it's your channel, right? You're not supposed to be censored by government, but still we live in such difficult worlds, like now what's going on with, you know, before the elections, people get so upset with each other. Even within one family, people cannot find common grounds. So how open can we be on our own channels? How open we can be with our friends, discussing the topics of, you know, of your attitude to everything that's what's going on in politics. So thank you for being with me. And again, you want to keep your comments respectful. You know, you can't tell me about my personal, you can exactly. You can tell me about my personal, you can tell me about my personal appearance, you know. You can tell me all you want about my accent, about my big nose, about my ugly face. You do it, you go ahead. But you know, it's a part of freedom of speech, I guess. But you know, at the end of the day, try to notice something good. Try to notice something good in everyday life, and try to notice something good in the person you meet along. And you know, in the very micro level, just try to be nice to your loved ones. Just try to do your part in your household. Try to do your part in your own family, in your own community. And just be good to yourself. Take good care of yourself. You know, make sure you eat healthy, you exercise, keep your sanity, and find the ways to cope with problems, and to be overreacting to things, or not to be, you know, stressing yourself, or not to be anxious. That's all in your hands. That's all in your brain. And just remember, you're your own doctor, and you're responsible for your own health and well-being. And there is nobody who can come and solve your problems. Just rely on yourselves. Okay, thank you. Have a good night, Irene. It was lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you, Irene. I have to get going and put the phone down myself. You're not ugly. Please take care. You're wonderful. Thank you, Irene. You're very lovely too. I love you all. Good night. Good night. Talk to you soon. Thank you for the live stream. Thank you for stopping by and following my channel. You know, I love you all. Thank you. Good night.